Hello, my name is George Semyonov and this is my final project for CS575 software design. Here I had to choose an architecturally significant framework or something interesting with multiple languages in it. That's why I chose to use Scala and Play 2 framework. I have never dealt with that or even seen it or knew about it before this class. In order to run my project, you need to have type-safe activator installed, preferably have the path set so you can easily run it. You need to have MongoDB installed. I have done that on Linux and Windows, both of them work. Then you need to go and get the repository from GitHub. It's right there. This is the path, and it's up to you whether to use IntelliJ or any other IDE. In order to run the project, you need to go to the project directory and run activator, compile and run. It's even better if you run it with tilde run, because then it automatically recompiles on changes. This is a pretty interesting project with many different languages in it, and since I had no idea about functional programming or how to do it, my first approach was to go over different templates and try to read this book, Play Framework Cookbook 2nd edition, which has Java and Scala code. Then I went and got a modern web template and made changes to it. And this is the template. It looks like that. What you can see here, this is done with Bootstrap framework. That is the CSS file. And at the back end, it's using Angular to deal with different values. You see how here, when I enter a value, right away it gets translated into JSON. This is what happens on the back end. This is a JSON record which gets pushed through MongoDB, ReactiveDB into Mongo database. When I enter some username, and since I wanted to make more changes, whenever I click here into create user, this record is going to make another record which is called audit record in the collection, Mongo database collection, saying somebody went and entered a record from this ID number, or later on, if I decide here, John Smith, and now if I go and do John Smith J, doesn't really make sense, but that will be new name. A new record will be entered into an audit table, and that record is, in short, I'm using two different collections in MongoDB. One for all these records, another one for keeping track of the changes. So, more importantly, how is this all done? Let's go to the code. In the code, first, everything is driven from here. This is the routes file. When you first load the localhost 9000 page, you get right here. From there, you go to application, which is the controller file. In that file, there are different actions. The first one is index. In index, it goes and collects all the JavaScript files. Right here, these are the JavaScript files which are actually written in CoffeeScript. They get compiled into JavaScript into this HTML page. Not this one, it is this one, view. And this page with those JavaScript files use Angular in order to keep track of all the records and to deal with the records. This is the CoffeeScript that uses, in some places, jQuery, and in some other places it uses Angular in order to deal with different records before they get put into JSON format and through reactive Mongo get put into Mongo database. I hope you like the project. I learned a lot by going through different languages, which are Scala, JavaScript, HTML,